A very warm welcome back to my channel Ashish on Root, and we have Vedic astrologer Pandit Somnath Jee today as our guest. Before we start our Astro talk, a little introduction about Pandit Jee. Born in Chitkut in India, and this is very close to holy city called Varanasi in India, and this is also famous because Lord Rama spent 12 years to this place. Varanasi is also very famous for spirituality and Vedic astrology. Born in traditional Bengali family, his initial education was done in ashram and under the guidance of monks. His higher education was done at Allahabad Institute of Agriculture in 1995. And finally, his journey to astrology, it started with Maharishi organization in 1998 and in Holland. He used to do a translation job, Hindi to English, for the organization and travel with the organization. With team, he traveled a lot to many destinations, many countries like Germany, Italy, and finally he came to Russia, and Russia is the place where he lives right now. During his travel, he met a lot of people, a lot of intellectuals, and that given him an opportunity to learn astrology. In the year 2000, he came to Rishikesh and he met with his guru. Late Shri Shivpujan Pandit Ji was his guru, and he was the one who guided him thoroughly, and this is how Pandit Somnath Jee astrology journey started. So ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Pandit Somnath Jee and know what does our star says.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel Ashish on Root. And this video is the extension of the last video we did on astrology. And with me, Pandit Somnath Jee. Pandit Somnath Jee, first of all, namaste and welcome to my channel.
Namaste to all. Namaste to you.
Last time we did podcast on astrology on Hindi. I really enjoyed and I felt like I got more knowledge. So today again we are going to do a podcast in English so that our audience who are from non-Hindi zone, they can also enjoy all the facts.
Sure. You know, Ashish, one thing is very important. Even in our India, a lot of people, they cannot understand Hindi. This is a pity situation that in our country, in Bharat.
Exactly. Yeah, true. I agree with you. Yes, that's correct.
As being
The
international
change of time.
As being of international language, we must have
correct
in English also. So because we can. The goal of our podcast is what? To spread this knowledge.
Correct.
Agree. Which is ancient knowledge useful for all of us.
Yes.
So let's start.
Let's
as in the beginning, I would like to, like according to Vedic tradition, first I have to remember my Guruji.
Yes.
And grahas, planets, because we are talking about Jyotish.
Yes.
So I hope you also should have somebody who's like your guru, like your teacher, who is guiding you. Yes. So try to remember them, and I will ask to my audience, our audience also, that they should also remember their Guruji and the blessings of the grahas, the planets. So please close the eyes. Spine should be straight. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurue Namah. Om Brahma Murari Tripurantakari Bhanu Sasi Bhumi Suto Budasya Gurusya Shukra Shani Raketava Sarve Graha Shanti Kara Bhavantu. Om Shanti 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 Om. Jai Gurudev.
Thank you very much.
So,
Friends,
Ashish ji,
I hope this divine mantra you all have enjoyed, and this is a blessing from Pandit Somnath Jee. So, Pandit Somnath Jee, thank you very much. So, now,
as you told this yes, divine mantra, divine energy. I still remember my childhood. There
yes,
was Satyanarayan Katha. It's like a story
yes,
about Vishnu, Lord
yes,
Vishnu. So our Panditji was coming and telling this mantras. Still, those like energy of sounds still in my mind whenever I'm
yes,
chanting those mantras. It's like from childhood, sweet memories.
yes.
So it was
We all
interesting.
have
Only two things.
experience in our childhood because Satnaram
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Katha, it was like common in our days, like people who are born in 80s and
Yeah,
90s as well. Now it's a little less, but people can correlate it on our age more. And I'm really happy. I'm very
yeah, yeah. But
happy, and I really thank you so much that you planned, like you given an opportunity. Because last time we did astrology in Hindi, and I have so many audiences. They are non-Hindi, English-speaking friends. So I thought like this is a good idea to share the knowledge about astrology with them, and they can also feel blessed by you. So
yeah.
let's start with uh, your introduction, and kindly let us
Uh-huh.
know your journey with the astrology and what makes you
Yeah.
come to astrology.
I just want to tell in a brief, yes. I am born in a Bengali Brahmin family in Chitrakoot, where Lord Ram spent more than 12 years, 12 and a half years.
Yes,
So I'm fortunate that I'm born in such a place. Varanasi is not far from there. So you can say that very good equations. Varanasi, Chitrakoot, I'm related with Rishikesh also. So a
yes,
lot of positive things in my life. So I thank to God, thank to nature that I'm in such a situation. I'm born and brought up. So what the thing that about me, about my journey to the Jyotish, you can say Vedic astrology.
yes. The moment you say about like Varanasi, it's a land of astrologers and
This
uh,
yeah,
university, Banaras Hindu
land of
University.
knowledge. Yeah, yeah. Sanskrit, Vedic sciences. So in anyway, influence is everywhere in my life, and because of this, we can say the points of energies. Yeah. So after completing my graduation, like we call it East of the Oxford of the East, Allahabad University. From there, I feel
Yes,
proud that I completed education from such university. So, as you asked about journey, so in 1995, we can say in beginning of 96, I met with the Jyotish team, astrology team in Maharishi Nagar, Noida. Up to that moment, my way of thinking about Jyotish is like just a business, nothing else.
okay.
But
But
when
why
I
did you
but
think?
when I come to know,
Yeah. Okay.
please,
Okay. Please continue.
you want to ask something?
Uh,
So when
the
I come to know
yeah,
that this precious knowledge is available in our own country, and we are running
yes,
for the modern sciences. Actually,
true.
after meeting with these scholars, which are scholars of Vedic sciences in Maharishi Nagar, I come to know in more depth that Vedic science is how valuable in our life. And in this Vedic science, Jyotish or Vedic astrology itself is very important,
Yes, true.
like meditation, yoga, this kind of things. Yeah. So when I come to know about the value, I got blessed by Guruji, blessings from my Guruji, and then I started to learn Jyotish. In the beginning, I was working like a translator only from Hindi to English,
Okay.
but slowly interest, not slowly, suddenly interest developed that how possible a person can tell only by three things: date, place, and time can tell about you those things which you know only by yourself.
Yes, that's
So
actually
this is,
very interesting
yeah,
in itself.
yeah. It's like a magic, you know. One time I was in Rostov na Donu, it's a southern part of Russia, where
Yes.
I met with the electronic engineer. And at that moment, I was just like a translator. In that moment, our Pandit Ji, he started to talk. His name was late Vijay Kumar Divedi. So it was around 98, 99, year 1999, Rostov-na-Donu, yes.
Okay.
This popular city there in Russia.
All right.
This person stood up from the chair because was shocked. How possible the person does not know anything about me and telling about my tendencies. And here I would like to tell one more thing that Jyotish or Vedic astrology is the science of tendencies. It's not future telling, it's not some kind of imagination or mind
Yeah.
reading. It's according to the grahas, according to the planets, we can understand our tendencies. It can be past, it can be present, it can be future.
Correct. Correct. Wonderful.
So,
Tendencies, of
yeah.
course. So, I mean,
Uh-huh.
if we predict, there will be, we can do some prediction like this is actual tendency. We can predict a tendency and maybe the actual event also based on other nature of
Yeah,
planets, positions. There are so many things, as you told me last time also. So, anyway, so this was your journey on astrology and a fantastic journey, I must say. The where you
I
got
feel
chance to, yeah,
I feel very happy. Myself, I
yes,
feel very happy that I found such a great knowledge surrounding me. Yeah, and I spent a good time with such gurujis, such scholars, which
yes,
are traditionals from the villages. We are just they are continuing the purity of Vedic knowledge. And here I
yeah,
would like to mention one more thing
yes,
that
please, sir.
Jyotish, like science of tendency, for example, in Brahat Parasar Hora Shastra, that is one of the most important book in Jyotish. It is written in the very beginning that only Brahma, who's the creator of the world, can tell exactly what's going to happen. All other Jyotishis, astrologers, psychologists, they can just imagine and can tell only the tendencies.
Yes,
So here I would like to suggest to all these viewers that you please don't take it it's like a magic or it's like a future telling or it's like a kind of psychology.
correct, correct, correct. Yes, true. I mean,
It's
most of the
simply
people
like a,
they
yeah,
imagine like astrology is something that is going to make them rich or bring their wishes true, but it's not like that.
yeah,
The tendency,
it's going to,
we know
yeah,
about the tendency of a human or any
yes, yes.
individual. Correct.
You know how Jyotish helps. It's like a navigator, yes. When you know
Yes,
about your own qualities in general, person knows about himself, yes.
correct.
But anyway, we know our tendencies, but we can know more depth. For
Yes,
example, I want to run a business. I have very much desire. I have a lot of possibilities, big business people surrounding me. They are ready to support. But business is not my cup of tea. Yeah.
Yes,
My
correct.
mindset is to gain more knowledge. So in this case, Jyotish can indicate that for you is better to go more depth in the knowledge in place of doing business, because there you're not going to get anything. Like not that much
Correct.
success which you can get in knowledge. By the help of this knowledge, you can earn money, because Lakshmi in our Sanskrit word, or we can say uh, earth. Earth is also wealth, yes.
Yes,
Wealth is also important part, like four words, the dharma, earth, kam, and moksha.
yes, yes.
So earth is also important, because
Very
being a
important.
man, I have to earn money.
Yes.
Being a man, I have to earn money. But how to earn? Which direction is good for me? That is indicated by Jyotish.
Yes. Correct. True. So we start the questions.
Why not, please?
Okay, all right. These questions are, I prepared this based on the random interactions with my friends and my colleagues, and I think most of the people, when you talk astrology with them, they have these questions in their mind. So, without wasting more time, I start with question number one.
Sorry,
What is Vedic
sorry.
astrology, and what is the use of Vedic astrology in modern world?
One thing very interesting, Ashish ji.
Yeah.
There are two words coming.
Yes.
That random and but I prepared. Random preparation
Yes.
of the questions. Okay.
Yes.
So what's the use of Jyotish? As we told before, we discussed about it, that Earth, Lakshmi
Yes.
is also important part of
Money.
life. The
Yes.
same way, Dharma also important, and Kam also important. And when there is a balance between Dharma, Arth, Kama, and Moksha, then Moksha itself it comes. For Moksha,
Yes.
we no need to run. So
Correct.
Jyotish is basically is a navigator which is giving us the way how to gain all those things and to reach to the
Correct.
liberal, like to get free from this material world. Very interesting moment. In the beginning, when I was in Europe and Russia and some parts of this other countries here, there mostly people were asking how much cars I will have, how much bank balance,
Yes.
how many marriages I will have. Not asking about how many children, how many
I
marriages.
I also have the same question. How much money will I have? I remember the first time I consulted with you with the chart. This was my question. So in Russia, the gentleman who asked this question, I think this is relevant to 99% of the people in the whole world.
Yeah, but what I want to share with you, with
Yes.
our audience, that now the tendency is quite changed. Now even young people of 18, 20 years, they are asking what's the goal of life. That is a very big and positive change in our society,
Amazing.
because those people, they are tired from material running. Yes, but anyway, there should be balance between material and spiritual activities.
Of
Some
course.
people saying that, if I will be spiritual, I can lose my material life. It's not like this. There is a very good balance. If you are more spiritual, you are more material, you can more material. For example, people saying, I'm spending 1 hour for meditation, so my 1 hour is became less in from my life. Yes, but situation, if we look deeply, this 1 hour meditation gives us strength to work more than 10 hours.
True, I agree. Yes.
It's just example. We cannot measure exactly in hours, but if we spend some time to spiritual practices, it gives us confidence, energy, strength to get more success in material life.
Okay.
And that is a very positive change in modern society, that people now start to think about the goal of life, the destination, how to get more spiritual activities,
Yeah.
which in previous consultations which I was getting, for example, in 90s, I was getting these questions. only from those people who are more than 50, 60 years old. They were asking about
Yes.
spiritual gains, but now everybody is started to ask. That is very
Yes.
good change. So here, yeah, here was your question was. Could you please repeat your question?
Yeah. So, what is Vedic astrology and what is a Vedic astrology in modern world? So I think the
Uh-huh.
usage of astrology in the modern world, I think you have explained it very much clearly. And I think most of the audiences will agree with you on this point. Now, second question, why do we do consultation on astrology?
Uh-huh. So first, let me complete the first part here. What is Vedic astrology? Vedic
Yes.
astrology is a Jyotish, we call it, yeah. Jyotish is a, we can say that as a navigator, which indicates us
Yes.
the planetary, or we call it graha, indications from the grahas. Whenever a person takes birth, in that moment, what was the position, status of the different planets in the sky? Especially we take 9 planets, in which 2 are not planets, but they are like imagined like a planet. In mathematics,
Yes.
like we imagining. Here I would like to tell one important thing, that Jyotish itself is not a just imaginary thing, or it's a completely pure science of from Vedic knowledge, and is the science of planetary influence in our life. So when a person takes birth, what was the position at that moment, those grahas or planets, and what now? So we can compare it and we can understand how to proceed. It's
Yes.
like a navigator, the use of Jyotish.
Okay.
So here your second question is how to, what we need for the Jyotish consultation. Yeah, which information or something.
Yeah. Why should we do consultation?
Why should we do
But I think
consultation?
the
Yes, of
answer
course.
already given in the
But,
first part.
but anyway, just let me little go more
Yes.
deep. Why do we go to a consultant, to a doctor, or to an advocate when we have some problems? For example, somebody is having problem with the coughing, he will find the doctor, will take the tablets and medicines. Yes.
Yes.
The
Yes.
same way, your Jyotish is the science of life. Yeah. But whenever we have any problem, even not having problem, we want to improve, then we can meet with the Jyotish to know about our merits, demerits, our tendencies, and how to utilize our positive energy in which period of which planetary period, and when to avoid. Jyotish has a very famous word, phrase, which is translated in English: avoid the danger which has not come yet. So if
Yes.
we know the difficult period, then for example, from June till August,
Yes.
better not to make any changes in job, yes, in work, in job, in business.
Yes. Very true.
In that case, yeah, in that case, we can know through the our Jyotish chart, and we can decide that we should continue in our old business, our old job, or there is a positive period for business, not for study. For example, one businessman came, it was 2016, something like this. He was talking about his business. I want to change my business. I want to start something new. But this was the period when he was working very hard for the last 2 years and was not getting any result in his business. And very interesting, he worked 2 years hard. And when the moment came to get the result, he wanted to change it.
All right.
And yeah, we looked in his chart. We told 6 more months, please continue, because it was certain periods, 2.5.
Yes.
And after 6 months, you please call back what is going on. And fortunately, it was his chart was correct, calculations was correct. Fortunately, after half a year, he called again and he told my business expansion is more than my imagination, and I am earning very good money now.
Wow.
So Yes.
Was
This
it was
kind of
his
things
own
are
word
very,
expansion more than imagination? This is great. This
yeah,
is really wow.
because he was,
Yes.
yeah, he was tired from his business. Actually, he started a showroom of cars. He collected different cars from different countries, but selling was very low. And it
Okay.
was Saturn's period, and Saturn is a planet which is giving hard work, but result at the end. You can say like this.
Yes. Yes.
So he just wanted to close this business and wanted to start garment business, but garment business was not his cup of tea. And we looked at his chart and told, please have patience 6 months more, and after 6 months it comes out that Saturn gave him a very good gift, that he got a good contract with the government
Yes.
departments, and his this vehicles started to sell suddenly at a high level. So we can say
Okay.
expansion. Then he opened one more company.
Really great story and very inspiration. Very nice.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, we can look by the Jyotish chart that which period is favorable, which is not favorable, for which purpose, and then we can manage our life according to planetary plans. That is the
Yes.
use of Jyotish.
True. True. Okay. So this is about like why we need to do a consultation. Now, I wanted to ask about like Jyotish chart and what is Jyotish chart and what do we need to make Jyotish chart?
You know, Jyotish chart is what? Jyotish chart is the map of the sky at the time of birth. We can say a picture of the sky, of the space at the time of birth. For example, somebody is born in Delhi, yeah, and date is December 1970, of
Okay.
10th of December 1970, yeah. So we put these all details in laptop. Here I would like to tell you one interesting moment that in Kali Yuga, we have one more supporter which is called electronic age. For example, like the previous period, to make a Jyotish chart, it was taking few hours and
Yes.
possibilities of making mistakes. But nowadays,
Yes.
we need to feed only data, date of birth, place of birth, time zone, longitude, latitude, and daylight saving if it's required. And computer gives us in 2 minutes the chart, 2 seconds we can say. Just after feeding it
Yes.
gives the chart, an accurate chart. And now starts the role of Jyotishi to read this chart. So first part, mathematical part is done by computer or laptop. Second part is done by the Jyotishi. The system is now like this.
Yes. Yes.
For this, yeah, and that is better than, because to do math, human is
Yes.
born to make
Much
mistakes.
better. And also
Yeah,
can save
much
some
better.
time.
Save time and accuracy is there. So first, that when the chart is ready, then we can look the planetary positions, what in which degrees. This is mathematical part we can say. And
Yes.
then start the role of Jyotishi. He should start the reading the planetary positions, their influence, and can predict. So to make a Jyotish chart, we need three things: date, place, and time of birth. Suppose, mostly it happens, person is not very much confident about birth time, then we need some important events. For example, when got married, or when got job, or when shifted to a country, or any accident, or bought any kind of
Correct.
positive or negative which event which influencing to the client. That is we putting in our system and matching that which planet is responsible and which time, and then it comes out exact time of birth. That is called birth time rectification.
Okay. So is this exactly similar like when you do a prediction based on event, like somebody has started a career, got a job, or somebody got married at a point. So based on from that point, you calculate and predict. So this prediction, Is it similar to the prediction? What when you have all the details of time, place, and year, a place, sorry.
Date, place, and time. Uh-huh. Here, the question is not very clear to me. That is the similar means what?
Okay, I explain. You know, when we don't have any idea about the time, place, and
Yeah.
time, place, and year.
Listen, please. Here, one would like to
Yeah,
tell
time
you,
and
most
place.
of the people know.
So,
Yeah, most of
you
the
know, in
people
that
know
case, you
about
said the
date and
event.
place.
We calculate the event like
Yes.
when the individual has started career, a job, or when he got married, and then we predict,
Uh-huh.
calculate. So that prediction, is it same to the prediction when you study a chart, when you have everything like time and place?
Similar, because here only one thing is varying, that
Okay,
one person is coming with the exact time of birth and another need to rectify. After rectification,
correct.
the exact time is possible to know.
Okay, okay, all right.
So then we can
So,
say simply one person came with the exact time and one person not with the exact time, and we corrected his time of birth and it became exact like this. But here I
yeah,
would like to tell one more thing.
yes, please.
No one can say exactly except Brahma. That is written in Vrahat Parashar.
Okay,
What's going to happen? Vrahat Parashar Hora Shastra is a very famous and very important book which we are following. It's a ancient book which is giving all information about Jyotish. There in the beginning written, only Brahma, creator of the world, creator of the universe, can say exactly what's going to happen. All others just can check the tendencies. So I would like to share with the audience that you should not think Jyotish is like a fortune teller, it's like a magic, it's some kind of,
yes,
it's a kind of knowledge, scientific knowledge, which is based upon the tendencies. It's a, you can say that Jyotish is the like having astronomy, cosmoscience, psychology, geography, mathematics, of course. So a lot of different sciences went together. Then it comes Jyotish.
true. Okay, all right. So that was so knowledgeable and so informative. We are actually very much clear about the Jyotish chart and how, like, what actually we needed to make a Jyotish chart and how Jyotish chart decides our destination. Well, very nice. And then now the next question is astrology is science or fortune telling? This, please,
That's a
help
very good
us
question.
to know this, understand, because lot of friends of mine, and I am 100% sure that so many people watching this must have this question in their mind, that is it a fortune telling or is it a science?
Uh-huh. So have you heard the word Vedic science?
Yes,
Like we look at different sciences, for example, Gandharva Veda, science of music, yeah,
yes,
Vastu, science where I have to live, how to, which direction should be which room, which popularly is known nowadays. Like a lot of people know about Feng Shui, but less people know about Vastu.
yes.
So,
Actually, when you ask, like, have you
so
heard Vedic science? Normally, if we read something on books, it is actually mentioned like Vedic science. And in fact, there are a
so
lot of
yeah,
research work also. I've heard this
and
personally. I have seen this, and I hope
mhm.
few people who are watching this podcast they also might have seen this. But more, you can educate us, and you can give us some more lighting as an Jyotish. What we know, like Jyotish is a Jyoti and a light. So more light from your side.
Tell me, please, what do you think about Ayurveda? Is it a science?
For me, because I'm a layman, I have no knowledge about this, but yes, I feel that this is a science.
The science of health. It's Ayurveda. Ayur means
Yes,
life.
yes,
Veda is like pure medicine. In the
yes.
same way, do you think meditation is a science?
Uh, for
Meditation
me,
is a science or not?
I feel meditation is more a spiritual science, of course, because spirituality also is a form of science. When we study a different form of meditation, uh, it involves different chakras
Okay.
from top part of the body to
Oh,
the bottom part of the body. So somewhere it is
yoga,
actually
yoga is a science.
connected with the anatomy of a human body. So in that way,
Yes, yes.
in
Is
according to me,
is yoga the
science.
science?
Yoga.
Is yoga the science?
Yoga is,
Yoga
of
is it a
course,
science?
it is again a science because in yoga we follow some postures. I'm not expert on this, but what I know as a layman, as a common man, not an expert, I feel yoga, of course, is a science because it involves different part of the body, human anatomy, and fixes the
Yes.
trouble what we get in our body and allow us to rectify. Do you think what I
Yes.
say is correct?
So here, sure, sure. Why
Okay.
I'm asking this question? Because it
Yes.
comes out if Ayurveda is a science, if meditation is a science, if yoga is
Yes.
a science, then
Yes.
why not Jyotish is a science? Jyotish is known as the one of the most important part of Vedic sciences. Why we call sciences? For example, about 5,000 years ago, it
Yes.
was written in which date will be lunar eclipse or solar eclipse.
Okay.
It was written 5,000 years ago in Vedas, which is still
Okay.
continue as we discussed that is not going to finish. It's like endless knowledge. Suppose Hubble or any telescope, which $1 billion they spend to know the planetary moments, the moments
Yes.
of the grahas, which is written many thousand years ago. So if Hubble is giving results that lunar eclipse will be in such on this date or this place, we can watch, which is already written
Yes.
many thousand years ago, yeah. Now, which modern science is writing, that is science, which is
Correct.
written 5,000 years ago.
Of course. Yes.
Do
True.
you, do you have any logic behind it? That what is written 5,000 years ago, that is not science, which is now writing, that is science, because it's modern. So we can say that Jyotish is science and ancient valuable science more than at present. This I can say very confidently.
Yes. Very true. And what about like fortune telling? Uh, is it actually a part of Vedic astrology, or do you think there are so many people using this fortune telling using Vedic astrology is not correct? They are doing it just for uh, you know uh, to increase their business using their money part. What is your opinion on this?
Sure, of course, no doubt that Jyotish is also the source of earning. Can you tell somebody is spending half of the day in giving Jyotish consultations, Jyotish predictions, yes?
Yes,
Then from where he will earn money? From where he'll get Lakshmi? He
correct.
have to utilize it. So, and especially if you're giving some consultations, especially prediction or something free of cost, then you are losing your own value and value of this knowledge also. Because when
True.
person is getting for
Yes,
free,
yes.
if you suppose the
Like,
t-shirt cost
yes,
1,000 rupees, yeah, and I'm giving just as a donation, person will use like a donation. But if
yes,
he paid, he will keep it well. That's why a Jyotsi, if it is he is getting the earning money from that, that is not bad because he's giving the guidance. He's a consultant.
Yes, of course.
So Jyotish consultancy is also, but here is the spiritual part, that this kind of consultations giving not only the navigation to the life, it is giving you the way how to raise your spirituality also, according to the planetary indications. That is one of the most important part of Jyotish, that Jyotish is not giving only the knowledge about your future. It's not future telling. It's knowledge of the tendencies which can happen in the future.
Correct.
So when we come to know about the tendencies, then we can utilize our time more. It's like the flow of nature in which direction, that is important to know, and which we can get by the Jyotish chart. So it's a kind of navigation instrument which is giving us the direction where we have to move and to get more success with less effort and comfortable life.
Yes.
Very
Perfect.
simple. You are going to travel very simple. You're going to travel London, for example,
Okay.
and you're searching for the ticket and where going to stay, what you will do there. You're going for just for purpose of like a visit or going for meeting. When every homework is done before, then you feel yourself easy. So the same way, Jyotish is giving our possibility. This hotel is the best option. This flight is the optimum like value of your money. When you come to know about this all factors, then your travel becomes easy. So the same way in our life, when we take help of the navigation of Jyotish, we can manage our life according to the nature.
Right.
And we get more success with less effort. And most important thing, that we are using the tool that is giving us self-realization. One of the most important part of Jyotish is to get ourselves self-realization.
Correct. I think that is most important. And also, that is the purpose of the life in almost like all the way, because that is what we are here in this life.
Of course,
Very nice.
there should be a
And
goal. There
very
should be
well
a
said,
purpose.
sir. And I think this was all my questions. And I think the lot of audiences who are watching this, they are also feel very informative after this podcast. And also, friends, if you want to connect with Pandit Somnath Jee, I'm adding and putting his contact details. You can always contact Pandit Somnath Jee and get more information. And also, you can uh, uh, ask him to study your chart and give you some guidance, like as Jyotish said, light to your destination. On this note, uh, ladies and gentlemen, on my channel, I wanted to finish this podcast. And again, uh, thank you very much, Panditji. And this podcast
Yeah,
was
here
basic
I
to
want.
what we did in Hindi. And next time, I'm looking forward to have more details about the astrology and based on like how audiences find this and how they are going to comment on this. Anything you
Here
wanted to
I would
say
like
or
just
to
to add.
conclude this podcast?
Yeah, one thing I want to tell. Just want to add here in a short, in a brief.
Yes, sir.
That is very good that in a modern age society, people start to value our Vedic sciences. They start, for example, Ayurveda, yoga,
Yes.
meditation, dhyan, we can call. Yeah, this is already in use by the many peoples.
Yes.
And that is a good sign of changing world. So let's take help of the Vedic sciences and make our life successful and better, and to get the higher level of consciousness. Namaste.
Namaste.